have a session in our zone 2. So this thought has been developed, and today we are having the first ASPAC Awards orientation seminar in our zone 4. Really, I feel happy that all my presidents are really rocking even in this pandemic time. All my presidents are doing excellent training programs. At the same time, they are doing the service programs and also coming up with very unique programs. So this is the time to encourage them, to motivate them, to guide them, and to make them win more and more recognitions in the national level as well as in the international level. So with this, the idea of ASPAC orientation seminar has came into zone 4. And it is, I think, for the first time in JCI India, a zone is hosting it for its members. Let me congratulate for this to our zone director management, Soumya Maturi. She has taken this initiative, worked very hard, and with the help of our zone coordinator, E-Awards Orientation Seminar, JC Harsha. And our Anirudh is not only the pilot for this program, he is also Zone Director Internationalism for Zone 4. The combined efforts of Zone Director Management and Zone Director Programs, our Harsha is Zone Director Programs, and also Zone Director Internationalism, JC Anirudh, has shaped this program today into E-Awards Orientation Seminar of Zone 4. Yes, dear presidents, you are lucky enough that we have got very talented people in our zone who can guide you to how to bid program, how to bid your awards for the ASPAC and World Congress, and even we have also heard from them during AOS. So not taking much of the time, I request each and everyone to participate well, to clarify your doubts. Don't think that this is a simple doubt, can I ask or not? Here we have our own people, Soumya, Anirudh and Harsha. So you can take this opportunity and ask them, clarify every small doubt and make use of this seminar. Let us bid more awards from our zone this year, and let us hope that we also win many awards in ASPAC and in World Congress. And thank you, Chairperson, for giving me this opportunity. And I wish our trainer, JC Anirudh, all the best.
Thank you, Jadpi Madam. Thank you so much. Now I would request our chief guest, today's chief guest, Mr. J.C. Karthikeyan sir, to address the participants.
Yeah, thank you, Chairperson, Zone Director Management, JC Soumya, and thank you for this wonderful opportunity. And my special appreciations to JP for JC Rachita for organizing this E-Award seminar exclusively for the zone members within one day of time. Yesterday we had this event for all other representatives of all our JCI India. Today, immediately after, I just put an open request to all the participants yesterday that you organize your program in your regional language itself in your own zone, because we have very short time to bid closing time of ASPAC. So immediately after accepting the request, he organized a wonderful this event. I can also hear about the faculty's introduction. They have a very vast experience, piloted 5-6 AOSs. So my special appreciation to JC Anirudh. I hope he attended the seminar yesterday. You might have clear about what all the things to do, what all things not to do, and what all the awards, what all the forms you have to fill. So the thing is, awards is the real energy for each and every member who work throughout the year. Awards is a real motivation. Getting awards with the members is a celebration. So overall, awards gives us energy. It takes us to next level to perform. So by being a second largest NAMA of JCI India is bidding very less awards. We are also receiving lesser awards. Why? Because we don't have awareness how to bid awards and all. Because in NatCon we can see a lot of very big scrapbooks in hundreds of thousands of numbers. But bidding an ASPAC E-Award when compared to bidding a national award is very easy. You can make it through online easily, everything. But due to unawareness and lack of time and a lack of knowledge, we are bidding lesser awards. That's what we experienced for the past few years. So for that sake, we have organized an e-award seminar yesterday itself by the experienced faculty who piloted 4-5 years for the JCI India this e-awards orientation seminar, JCJD. Many of our, all the representatives of our zone attended, many people from other zones also attended. They got benefited and we shared the PowerPoint of what all the things to be happen. So definitely this thing will be a very helpful event because the bidding and e-award is not a period of last year your IPP also. For a long period, it's a period of your IPP and your period together, you have to bid an award. So hope this session will be a very good useful session for you. I hope Anirudh and other JD management and JD program also it seems. All three together will guide you throughout this session. And even after that, you can ask the doubts and all. You clear itself. You have very talented JP. She always speaks for the members in the NGB. She always speaks for the welfare of the members. What is requirement of us, she will put it in the NGB very boldly. So you got such a wonderful leader this year who is doing programs throughout this lockdown session, different varieties of programs. She also made me to participate in the program of our zone. So like that, she is a very enthusiastic and very innovative ideas she is putting up to the members. So she is keeping the zone very active. So I hope this continues throughout this year. I hope the Zone 4, being a first zone to organize this seminar, even after next day after the seminar, definitely this will be take you to more awards in the World Congress as well as in ASPEC. I wish you all the participants and all the LAM present over here. My special appreciations to all the faculty team members and Zone Director Management and JP. Definitely this will be a very useful and very beneficial to all the members. Wish you all best wishes for the awards in the upcoming ASPEC. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for being patient listening. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ND Management, Karthikeyan, sir, for the wonderful message. Thank you so much for participating in Zone 4 event. Now, I request and I hand over the floor to today's trainer, JC Anirudh Sisla.
Yes, thank you, ZD Management, and thank you, ND Sir, ND Management, for your wonderful and inspirational words. I would like to also thank our zone president for giving me an opportunity to serve as a faculty online due to the COVID-19 times. Well, I would like to request all the participants to follow two instructions. One is my voice audible?
Sorry to interrupt you.
Yes, yes.
Soumya, please recognize the past zone presidents, recognize the key JSs of Zone 4, and also we have Ravi Agarwal, the zone president of Zone 5. Welcome to you, sir. Welcome to you, Zone 4.
Thank you, JP ma'am. Thank you very much.
Welcome, sir. Welcome to you for Zone 4.
Yes,
Thank you.
We also have our past zone president and the NOM coordinator, No Plastic, JCA Pavan, sir. We recognize your presence. We also have a zone vice president, JC Ramaraju. Sir, we recognize your presence. We also have Mani Sandeep with us today, ZVP Mani Sandeep. We recognize your presence. Yes, you can continue. Sorry for the interruption.
No problem, ZP. Thank you so much. Yes, I have some instructions from the faculty team to all the participants. One is please rename yourself as I've put in the chat box. Please rename and please type in your long name after your name so that it is easy for identification. And also I would like to ask all the participants to please mute your microphones so that the sharing would go on seamlessly. And dear friends, welcome to Zone 4 JCI E-Awards Preparation Seminar, which is going to be happening right now. So I also welcome all our friends from JCI India, and also I see 2015 my zone president, JCI Senator V. Pavan Kumar. Welcome, sir. Thank you so much for your presence here. And also I would like to thank my good friend, Zone 5 Zone President JC Ravi Agarwal ji. Most welcome. Yes, dear friends, E-Awards is nothing but the international awards. And why is it called as E-Awards? Is just because you would bid online, right? So let's jump into the session without any waste of time. There are two international events that are going to be happening. One is the JCI ASPAC Asia Pacific Area Conference, which is at Angkor, Cambodia. The date has been changed to August 20th to 23rd of 2020. And also at the year end, we have the JCI World Congress that is going to happen at Yokohama, Japan. And the dates are 3rd November to 7th November 2020. The most important thing is right now, April 30th is the last day to bid for ASPAC E Awards, right? So today we are going to have two sessions. Session one is by me about how and what are the different categories of JCI E Awards. And session two is going to be done by our ZD programs and zone coordinator E Awards from Zone 4, who is going to train you how you can fill in your award entry form online with your presence in this Zoom training. And the next slide is going to be what are the different types of E Awards. There are two types of E Awards. One is being the multiple entry award, and the second is the best of the best category award. The multiple entry award is where there are different LOMs can bid for this multiple entry award. Whereas the best of the best award category out of JCI India, only per one award category, there will be only one nomination being sent from JCI India. Okay. The category for multiple entry award shall be if any national organization means JCI India, JCI Japan, on all these becomes as a national organization. Any national organization having 100 plus local organization shall be eligible for 10 award entries in the multiple entry category. I hope you are clear that JCI India qualifies for 10 award entry categories per award in multiple entry category. So the next is, let's go to multiple award category. JCI India can submit maximum 10 entries in each award. And here are some of the categories: best regional state flagship program, best local peace project, best regional or state growth and development program, best inter-organization collaboration project, best local community empowerment program, best local corporate social responsibility CSR, best local economic development program, best local global goals program, best local growth and development program, best local personal skill development program, and best long-term community program. I hope we are clear with the categories, different categories present in multiple entry award category. Out of this, it's important for all the participants, all the presidents to understand which award category you're going to bid for and what kind of project you wanted to identify to bid for this award categories. Next, we have best of the best award. India can submit only one award per each award category. That becomes most outstanding national president, most outstanding new local organization, most outstanding member, most outstanding new member, most outstanding local president, most outstanding local organization, most outstanding regional or state president, best national flagship program, and best national growth and development program. So here is the award entry year. For the multiple award entry category for ASPAC, it starts at 45 days prior to the previous ASPAC and till the current 45 days of the current year ASPAC. And the best of the best award category is from Jan 1st to December 31st of the previous year. Please remember, this is not only going to be an effort by 2020 president, but also 2019 projects can also be considered for this award category and award year. I hope you are clear with this award year. Proceeding to the next, we have helpful resources that are going to help you in filling the award form for the E award. I hope all the participants and the presidents who are going to bid for these awards are familiar with these things. ACF means Active Citizenship Framework, and 2019-2023 Strategic Plan of JCI, and of course JCI Awards Manual and UNSDG. How these are going to help you? ACF is going to help us. ACF is a tool where we can measure the different community needs or community challenges in our community, and then formulate a project, analyze the needs, formulate a project, and then develop the project. And then the third step is to execute a project, and finally fourth step is to review the success of the project. So review the impact, what our LOM or what our zone has created. So we also have 2019 and 2023 strategic plan of JCI. Strategic plan of JCI deals with different things, that is impact, motivate, invest, collaborate, and connect. So these 5 elements are most important when you are writing your award bid or when you are formulating your program or project in your local community. And of course, while coming to the JCI awards manual, as we have seen here, different award categories in the best of the best or maybe multiple, you will find different award criteria. For example, if we take in the multiple entry award category, if we take number 5, the best local community empowerment program, here are the criteria for that. Projects and programs run by JCI local organization to improve the community and extend the JCI mission. That's the criteria. And there are some of the bullet points where you have to fill in. For example, the objectives, planning, finance, and execution behind this project that you're going to nominate, and also membership participation, how our members from our LOM are going to participate, how it's nothing but the team management. If you have suppose 60 members or 50 members in a local organization, and if you have a LGB, something like about 10 to 15 members in your LGB, how each and every member has participated in this program or project, how they have, how as a leader of this organization, of this local organization, have took care of giving opportunities to each of your LGB, or maybe, to provide them with an opportunity of project chairman or a project director, co-project chair, or something like that. Different leadership aspects you have to mention in membership participation. And there is also the third category in this where you have to fill in about the community impact. The community impact can be measured with the ACF as a tool. When you first identify, analyze the needs of the community or the challenges in your community, and then go to formulate a project. And then the third step is to develop this project and implement in your local community. And the final step is to review your measures, review results, showing that, if you are going to take care of this program or project twice, thrice in a month, or maybe this is it, that you have provided a sustainable solution to this program, so that, there are no more projects in this category. So this is what you have to fill in the community impact. And then impact on your local organization. This is most important. JCI would like to know, or maybe the award judges would like to know, how is your local organization doing after this project? Was it good or was it bad? Were the members happy with the program, or the external community, I mean the external stakeholders, the citizens of your community are happy with what you are doing as a program or a project? This is what JCI would like to know about it, the impact on your local organization. And the next is long-term impact of the program. As we do in JCI, we always measure results. We always try to give sustainable solutions for the community challenges. So when compared to all the other organizations, we try to identify the root cause of the program and root cause of the problem, and then come up with the development of a suitable, sustainable program, so that it can eliminate all the challenges, eliminate all the problems in our community. That's where it's called as a sustainable solution. So we have to also let our JCI know that, by doing this program or project, will there be a long-term impact in the community? Will the members or citizens in the community recognize JCI and thank JCI for coming up with an excellent project? Or will they say, are they unhappy with this program or project? So this is what looks like your award category. For suppose if you are taking best local community empowerment program, these are the different categories or different fields that you have to fill in. So my dear friends, as you have some experience from AOS, JCI India AOS, there are different types of award at different levels. For example, LOM level, regional level, zone level, and national level. LOM level and regional level are called as recognitions, whereas zone level is called as awards, where you receive your awards in JCI India Zone Cons in your respective zones. So what happens in JCI India Zone Con? You bid for the award, and there is a certain award bid categories and criteria to bid for those particular awards. In such a way, these resources of the JCI award manual will help you to identify what is the different category and different criterias of the awards, such a way that you can understand and you can come up with a suitable matter that has to be filled in the jci.cc website, right? And also I would like to mention that JCI India awards, such as JCI national awards or maybe zone awards, are a little bit different. Their naming is different when compared to the JCI E awards that are going to be presented in ASPAC and World Congress. And here it is like a Google form where you fill in all the details, enter all the details, and you can save, retrieve the information, you can rewrite, you can edit, but don't forget to submit before 30th of April, right? And also we have UN SDGs. Every project of JCI can be linked up to UN SDGs. We have 17 global goals by UN. So we can link up our projects. We can link either one or two, or maybe, as many as we can to this program or project that we have done. So these are some of the helpful resources that can help us to, present our project much better. And there are some helpful terms which I would like to, give to all the participants, all the presidents. Please take care of these terms when you're writing your award bid entry. Have you heard about impact, motivate, invest, collaborate, and connect? Let me go through impact. Impact is the sustainable impact or maybe community impact that your project has attained while doing a program in your community. Motivate is how did you motivate yourself, your LOM, your board members, or maybe your partners. How did you motivate? And investment is nothing but time, technology, different resources. How much did you invest for this project, and what are they? And also JCI and UNSDG always say that UNSDG goal number 17 is partnerships. So JCI also recommends and highly suggests, if you have a common vision and a common mission, why don't you collaborate with like-minded organizations to create more impact in the community? So if you have any collaborations with different organizations at your local level, I think you can provide different agreements or maybe MOUs, memorandum of understanding, so that it helps JCI understand how you are creating impact in your local community. And finally, the connect. This is a term which can be used for the social media, or the way you can present your project in all sorts of media, social media, or maybe physical media, or television, or anywhere where people are happy to know that JCI has done, your local organization has done some impactful project, identifying a community need and creating a project and doing it. So these are 5 terms which are present in the 2019 and 2023 strategic plan of JCI: impact, motivate, invest, collaborate, and connect. These are the terms that has to be reflected in your award entry form, because when you have award judges from all throughout JCI is currently operating in 122 countries. We are, young active citizens present all throughout the world. So there might be judges from Argentina, there might be judges from Philippines, there might be judges from Japan. So we might not know who is going to judge our award entry form. And to be sure, regarding the award entry form, any award bids from JCI India, they are not going to be judged by JCI India award judge. So it's going to be a jumbling process, and you might your award entry might reach any of our friends across the world of JCI. So at this point, these terms, helpful terms, can help you to connect with the judges so that they can understand the situation in your local community. They can understand the situation in your in your street, in your place, so that they can connect with the project. And also we have some more helpful terms like sustainable impact. Sustainability is nothing but it's the final stop of solution, or final stop of an action. So sustainable impact, sustainable solutions are most important. Sustainable solution is nothing but it's the final solution for a problem. There are no more problems in regard to this thing. So that's the end term solution. And also you have to go ahead with the JCI values. JCI values are nothing but the creed. And also you have to be thorough with JCI mission and vision. JCI mission and vision also have some terms known as development opportunities that empower young people to create positive change. So you have to identify these terms and also elaborate on these terms like development opportunities. How did you provide development opportunities for your local organization member, be it a LGB member or a new member or an existing member? And also, how did this project empower young people in your community? That's the most important thing. And also it is important for all the presidents to identify community challenges and also the community impact. And of course, the leadership. How did you lead this organization or this project? And also project management. How did you decide how many meetings did you have before doing this project, and how many participants were there, how many board members were there? All this comes under project management. Of course, we have something called as positive change. You have to, I can give you a reference on this positive change, or maybe another reference. There were in our zone 4, there was in Rajahmundry when 2014, I remember the year when the Swachh Bharat campaign has been launched by our Prime Minister. So in Rajahmundry, there were a few LAMs who have collaborated with Rajahmundry Rising, if I'm not wrong with the organization name. So they have done the Clean India Drive initiative. They have took pictures from earlier things where the pictures shown in the earlier episode were, they were completely dirty. They were completely shabby places, and JCI members, they have done a project to clean those those places in the community to make them neat, to make them clean. So it was a part of the Swachh Bharat initiative, or maybe Clean India Drive, which was our national flagship program in 2014 for JCI India. So these photos or these resources will help you to identify or to project your project to the international judges, or maybe to the international community. What was the before and after effects of a project? And also it is important not only to give leadership opportunities or maybe opportunities to your community or to your let's say your LAM, but also you can ask students to join in these projects. And if you are using any students as volunteers, you can also use volunteers in your award bid form. I hope you are clear how you are going to use helpful terms. If you have these helpful terms used in your award bid, there might be some advantages in award judging. Right. And let me come to quickly with ACF. I hope most of the JCI members are, aware of ACF. ACF is nothing but the Active Citizen Framework of JCI, which is a 4-step process which starts with analyze. Analyze is nothing but the first step, where if you want to do a project, first analyze the community needs. What is the problem in the community? Do an online survey, do a survey using students, go to the community, talk to them, ask your members or ask your citizens, what is the biggest challenge faced in the community, and come back with some kind of a homework, or come back with something, and then go to step 2. Step 2 is to decide what kind of a solution you can get for, and how we can get. So the decision-making process is most important here, where you have to decide what is the priority of the community. You might have come up with 10 or 15 different problems in your community, but what is the priority? What is the topmost priority thing that, as a JCI member, as a young active citizen, we address this problem in our community? So then the second step is to develop some sustainable solution. That is nothing but a project, right? So you develop, you have a plan of action for a project, you do such a thing. For example, let us talk about, when I've already took the example of Clean India Drive or maybe Swachh Bharat, let us take up this as an example for your project. You got information from your local community that there is lots of garbage being thrown on roads, or maybe there are lots of places where, there is public urination. So this is your community need, and you're trying to address this as a problem, as a challenge. So how would you develop some solution as a project? Any idea? If you can, if you have some ideas, you can share in the chat box. how could you address this challenge or a problem in your community? What kind of a solution you can give? The chat box is open, and we also have zone director management and zone director programs here. So you can pitch in your thoughts or your inputs, how you can combat this problem. I hope my voice is clear, and I hope the question is clear. I would like to repeat that suppose in your community you have a problem that there are lots of garbage thrown on your streets. How would you address this problem? This is a big problem for your community or for your streets. How would you address this problem? Please come up with your thoughts in chat box. Anyone? Any leaders in this e-award bids who would like to take initiation? Anyone? No need to talk. You can just put in your thoughts in the chat box.
Got one message from Adhir Naik.
Yes, we can make them aware of the bad effect. Yes, Adhir. I think that's a good thing. How can you? Yes. So that's one of the solutions. JC Adhir Naik from JCA Vizag Steel City has put in the chat box. We can make them aware of the bad effect. Yes. So that's one of the ideas.
One more from Vijay Kumar.
But
Dr.
how
Vijay
can you
Kumar.
combat? Yes. So how can we do awareness? What kind of an awareness act you wanted to do? Were you supposed to do a public relations rally or something like that with this, to create awareness, or you wanted to create an advertisement in the radios or televisions? What kind of an awareness you would like to come up? Please think about it, Adhir. And also we have a couple of other responses. JC Dr. Vijay Kumar from JCA Vizag Smart. Initially associate with local third parties who collect the garbage and then collaborate with them to proceed and execute the program. Yes, that's a good suggestion. I think that's a good solution as well. It's not our duty to collect the garbage, but also to teach the community that you have to use your dustbins for a smart waste management. So that's the whole idea. Yes, and also we have a response from Madhuri that clear the area, talk to the local community on the side effects, do some plantation in that area and beautify the place. Yes, excellent response from Madhuri. Yes, this is the whole concept. You have to make that place very clean and neat. And also when you plant some plantations or maybe some saplings or something like that, or maybe have some kind of a benches, beautification of the place, definitely people will stop throwing the garbage. Yes. And also we have some response from Sudhir. We had encouraged people about wet and dry garbage segregation. We also donate dustbins. School students are also given information about PPTs, rallies, etc. Yes, that's true. This is also one of the ways where we can do. When you reach out to the young citizens, like the schools or colleges where students are the most important ways to reach out to the community. When you go to a school and teach them how to dispose their garbage or how to dispose their wet and dry waste, I think they can take back to their homes and teach their parents and their elder family members. So that this is a way where you can create awareness of how you can do it. So these all ideas are nothing but the step to where you develop an idea, where you develop a project. And also we have one more response from JC Mahalakshmi from Vijayanagaram. Meet people, let them know the importance of cleanliness. Initially we doing that. Yes. It's also important to educate our community that, we should stop doing this. Instead of, picking up some kind of garbage on the roads, I think it's most important for us to create awareness in the community by going to school, by educating all of our citizens in the community, so that they don't throw this garbage on the road, whereas they can use dustbins where our municipal corporation or municipalities can do the collection of the waste easily. So we are not going to spoil their job. We are going to ease their job by doing a little bit of as a social practice. We do it more responsibly. So these all who have put in their ideas in the chat box, I think this is how we are going to formulate sustainable solution. This is the part 2. This is the only idea. So now how we do about the part 3, that is execution. Execution is nothing but to implement. So you have an idea. When you have an LGB running, all the members in your LGB put in your discussions, and you come up with an idea. Let's say, let's talk about JCI Vizag Steel City. Adir comes up with this idea, and in his LOM, he has to do LGB, and when LGB happens, there are a lot of many ideas happening. They're coming from all the members. As a LOM president, you take all those things and you assign a project director or project chairman, create some opportunities for leaders, and then what you do is to implement this project. You take up a time, you take up a date, you pick up a place, and you implement. Suppose creating awareness, or suppose collaboration with let's say municipalities, or maybe government associations, or maybe any like-minded organizations as well. That is nothing but taking action, is nothing but executing or implementing the program. And the final step is, once you're done with your project, I think it's most important. This is what we learn in JCI. I think it's most important to value your or monitor or value your results. Was the project effective? Was was the community happy or not? So when you look at this ACF, most importantly, you could see in the center, you could see that there is a partnership here. I hope you're seeing this. There is partnerships here. JCA always encourages partnership. Maybe with government or non-government, maybe with schools, maybe with colleges, any institution. When you have a common goal, I think you should partner with them to create more impact, more sustainable impact. So this is it, my dear friends. This is ACF. I think what has been done in the past. I think now as a president, now as a participant, now as a president who is going to take a lead in bidding JCIE awards, I think you have to identify the works of last year president and this year 2019 and 2020. Identify any project which you wanted to bid for International ASPAC award or maybe World Congress award, and come up with this solution of ACF. Utilize this tool to each and every project that has been done till now, so that you can present your award bid in a much more easy and a presentable manner. I hope you are clear with ACF. If you have any doubts, you can ask me in regard to ACF. If you're all clear, then please type yes in regard to ACF, so that we will move forward to the next slide. Please type yes if you are all clear. If you have any doubts, please let us know. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, perfect. Now the next thing is UNSDG. As you know, JCI is a partner of United Nations Foundation. We share a common goal, and until 2017, there was a United Nations Partnership Summit that used to happen in United Nations headquarters in New York. So I think it's important to go through this UNSDG or the global goals chart, where you have 17 global goals, and you have to relate where your project will fall under which category. Suppose UNSDG goal number 1 is no poverty, 2 is zero hunger, 3 is good health and well-being, 4 is quality education. Suppose if you are doing some project like empowerment of young people for the schools and colleges, so it falls under the UNSDG goal number 4, that is like quality education. Suppose, under the COVID-19 times, for example, if I take an example of a project which has been running successfully in Vizag and few other places in Zone 4, distribution of food for the hunger or, for the left out daily wage labor. So I think that falls under, UNSDG goal number 2, that is zero hunger. Suppose if you are going to present this project for the award category, I think it is important for you to utilize this UNSDG global chart, so that you can get more attention to this award bid. And also, most importantly, there is clean water and sanitation, which is goal number 6. And of course, any action that is being taken for the climate change, climate action, you can take UNSDG global goal number 13. Anything that is any project that is related to gender equality or anything like talk shows or maybe rallies or maybe awareness camps, all those projects, I think you can report under UNSDG global goal number 5. And also it's most important for any global goals project, or maybe any local peace project. Peace is possible, as I say, peace is possible, peace in action, you can see here. So any peace related project, I think you can include goal number 16, that is peace, justice, and strong institutions. So this way it will help that your award criteria is being has a more advantage of being seen by judges. They can understand it much well. Well, I have a question from JC Naresh Gupta from Visakhapatnam. What's quality education? What does it cover? For example, I would like to answer this something like empowerment youth, what you are going to give, or maybe some kind of a books as a resources, what you're going to give to your adopted schools. So that all falls under quality education. Or maybe, I can also suggest like, sorry, whose microphone is there? Naresh Garu. Yes, I'm answering your question. So what programs does it fall under quality education global goal number 4? So any kind of empowerment act, any kind of competition, any kind of books or resources that you donate, or any kind of let's say a project that has been done to develop the library or so. So all those things fall under quality education. Need not be only these 4, but these are some ideas. Distribution of examination pads, or maybe all these things falls under quality education. Anything related to education. And with my experience, I've seen JCI Tuni Jewels in our zone who has distributed bags to the needy in the schools, to the government. All those things, all those projects fall under quality education. So if you have any projects that have been done earlier, I think you can associate with UNSDG goal number 4, quality education. Any doubts about UNSDG? If you have any doubt, you can put in the chat box. If not, we are going to the next section. Logo is mandatory from JC Dr. Vijay Kumar. I would like to ask which logo you are insisting on. Is it the UNSDG logo? Yes. It would be good if you, okay, I would like to answer your question. I hope this helps to all the other participants. Is when you're doing zone 4, let's say zone awards or maybe national awards, you have a system called as MRF, right? Every month you submit MRF. In MRF, you will report what is the activity, what kind of, program it is, what kind of area it falls under. Is it management? Is it training? Is it programs? Is it community development? And there you would also represent saying that, there are associations from different partners, right? In there, you also mentioned that this is a program that is covered under UNSDG. But when it comes to international, you don't have MRFs for DE awards. So there is no proof. All that there is a proof is you have some file size that is you have some attachments where you can attach different photos that are made in collages and different reference letters. So all those photos, I think if you are doing a project, have a header where you can name the project on the top, and also name the LOM name, and also there you can mention the UNSDG logo which you have addressed the solution with. I mean your project which it falls under. I hope I'm clear to JC Dr. Vijay Kumar. Logo is good to go, and you have to use in your photo collage when you're attaching to the JCI award. Yes, and also we have some questions popping in. Menstrual hygiene training, sanitary pad distribution is under UNSDG 4. Intelligent waste management comes under UNSDG 6 or 11. 11 is sustainable cities and communities, and 6 is clean water and sanitation. I think you can report under both. It's not only you have to do it on one UNSDG, you can report many UNSDG. For example, let's take the example of Swachh Bharat itself. What you can do is, if you're doing on land, you can report clean water and sanitation, because you're trying to provide them some toilets and all these things. And also you are going to report UNSDG goal number 15 because you're trying to treat land on life on land. So I think you can report in both. And menstrual hygiene training, sanitary pads distribution, if it is for the school children, you can report under UNSDG 4, but it falls under UNSDG 3, good health and well-being. Anything under health and well-being falls under 3. All the medical camps, or maybe, you know, all these awareness talks about menstrual hygiene, it falls under UNSDG 3. But if it is only being done to the school children, apart from UNSDG 3, you can report UNSDG 4 as well. I hope I'm clear to Sudhir. If you're okay with the answer, please type yes in the chat box. And we have some question. In this pandemic situation, we have done activities without banner. Will it be acceptable? I think the most important thing, I think this is a question to all the presidents. You have to think about it. Under the pandemic situation, you know, what JCI believes is branding. Suppose you have done a project. Suppose you have done in your community, you have already distributed, you know, masks, facial masks for the protection against COVID-19. But what is the guarantee that it is being done by JCI? That's my question. Not only my question, but anyone who is a JCI officer or maybe a JCI E-award judge all throughout the world will ask for authenticity. Where is the branding of JCI? Even now, today, when I'm, when I am in my home, I'm using a JCI T-shirt. That's because, you know, that's my branding. I'm doing it for JCI. So I think it's most important from now, you know, what has happened in the past, I think it's okay. But right now, whatever the projects you are going to do in future, please use a banner, maybe a small one, which can be 3 foot into 2 foot, just to brand that, you know, this particular project has been done by JCI. So we need some kind of a proof. And we have another question in the chat box from JC Dr. Vijay Kumar. I mean, live photos while on program. Yes, I think when you have, is it in connection to the UNSDG when you're trying to take a click of the picture of the program? I don't think if it is possible, if you take a UNSDG poster, it would be helpful because it would be displayed in the photograph. If you don't have, but still it matches with UNSDG goals, I think you can put it in your presentation in the E-awards so that it can help. So that is a part of your plan of action to implement this project in your local community. So you can say that, you know, this project matches with the global goals of so and so. Maybe let's talk about goal number 3, good health and well-being. And that's where we wanted to organize some medical camps or maybe dental camps or maybe even blood sugar testing, all these things. So maybe you can use it in your plan of action and submit to E-award entries. I hope I am clear. You can have normal photos, but even still you can use UNSDG goals for your presentation. Any more questions popping in regard to your award bids? How do you present? If you are clear till now. From JC Mahalakshmi from Vijayanagaram, we have, as a part of our project, we have distributed sanitizers. Under which category does it fall? It comes under good health and well-being. Yes, goal number 3, good health and well-being. Any more projects or doubts you have in regard to UNSDG? Or if you're all good, please type good in the chat box so that I can move on. Yes, good. Any more doubts in regarding to how to present your project or how to do your presentation? Right, so there are some goods. I'm taking this as a lead, and next step is in regard to the attachments. So when you're doing a project, it's most important you collect some resources like appreciation letters. Suppose, you know, you have done a project during COVID-19. If the government of Andhra Pradesh or maybe government of India recognizes your effort and gives you some kind of an appreciation letter or certificate, I think that's one of the attachments which can, you know, add up to your award bid apart from photos and apart from your presentation. And also when you're doing a project, for example, in 2015, I was a local president of JCI Kakinada Port. So during that point of time, our national flagship program was Samadhan. Samadhan is nothing but to build toilet blocks in the public places for the girl child or maybe women in the needy areas. So I chose a school which had almost like 600 girl children, and there were only 2 bathrooms which has been used by the faculty members. So year by year, what we found out in our research is year by year the admission of these children or maybe students in this government school was getting low, just because they don't have proper toilets, and especially this fall of admissions or maybe fall of students is only observed after sixth standard. So what we decided is we have applied for the permission to the school that we are coming up with a project, and we will be constructing toilet blocks for the needy. So then we have an approval from the headmaster of the school with all the signatures. So that's where, it gives you authenticity. I think, it acts as an authenticity for the award judges to go through that, this project has been done in a proper manner or a proper fashion, so that, they can understand the efforts being, done, and they can recognize your efforts. And also, once the project is completed, you can take project completion letters or certificates. And of course, as we were discussing about the photos, action photos are most important. It is not the sake of what we are posing for the newspapers, but action photo. JCI believes in action photo. So action photo is where exactly the program is happening, and it is like a candid photography. So that is nothing but an action photo. JCI believes in action photos. So you have to have you can include any number of photos, but please remember that you have to make a collage of that and have a header where you can state your LOM name, your project name, your project date, where it is carried out, your location, and all these things, and you can upload. And also any invitations or posters being done, I think you can include all these things. And of course, if you have any partnership for the project, collaboration, you can put in your MOUs or maybe your agreement letters for this thing. Any other resources which you find amazing, maybe some kind of appreciation letters or maybe some kind of request from normal citizens, I think you can also put this as attachment for your award entry form. I think I hope I'm clear with all kind of different attachments which you can use. These are some of the references. If you are clear until now with my presentation, I think I would like to hand over next. If you just type in handover in the chat box. If I am clear, please type in handover in the chat box so that we can pass on to the next session. Right, I have some handovers here. Well, there is a question from Abhishek that PM Relief Fund covers under which category. I think if you're doing a project, then it falls under different category. But if it is not, if it is only money that has been contributed to PM Relief Fund or maybe CM Relief Fund, I think you can use it for collaboration or maybe partnership. But it doesn't have that much impact because it is only a fund. You're trying to donate from your pocket or maybe from your salary or maybe from your earning, but not from not as a project. So you can use goal number 17 for that partnership because you are being partnered with the government, but that doesn't act as a program or a project. Yes, now I would like to take lead in inviting Zone Director Program, and of course he is my APDC Development Officer, JCI APDC Development Officer. I'm sorry, I think there is a question from JCK Fani Krishnam. Drainage problem in Gudivada. Mosquitoes in drainage. We program put in oil balls in drainage. This program also bid program. Yes, I think any program that has impact, you can bid for this program. So I have witnessed this oil balls program in JC Amalapuram last year when they have hosted a ZGB. They have done they have made sure that all ZGB members follow this program and they can take back this learning from JC Amalapuram and implement in their local community. So I think you can do this program, but please have please also make sure, this is to all the participants, please also make sure if you're doing a program or a project, please ensure that how long you're going to do this program. That is when that decision comes in, when you identify the results of the program. If the solution has been cleared, that means you need not do anything further for this problem. If the solution is still pending, I mean the project has to be repetitively done. For example, this oil balls program can be done during winter time, because in winter there are most of the time the mosquitoes are breeding and there are lots of mosquitoes. So I think it can be done. So you can have a project plan saying that we will be doing this in regular interval of time. I think if I remember properly from JCI Amalapuram, these oil balls can have the impact on the mosquito breeding until 15 days of time. So every 15 days we do this program until the winter is over. That means 3 months we are doing this program. I think you can go ahead and bid for this. And there is another comment. My login ID isn't activated yet. How do I bid for ASPAC then? I would like to know if you are a new member or if you are a new LOM, if you are a member from a new LOM. Can you please type in the chat box? Login ID isn't activated yet. How do I bid for ASPACs then? I'm sorry, I couldn't recognize the person because it is the display name is user. So can you please type in your details if you are a member from a new LOM, or if you are a new member who has taken as a president for an existing LOM. Vizag Achievers, right? JCI Vizag Achievers is an existing LOM. So I think President Santoshini, I think you can put an email to area C at jciindia.in because Zone 4 falls under area C. You can put that, please activate my email, so that you can put a request to NHQ. Please copy, please make sure that any communication that you send to NHQ is being copied to your zone president, and of course zone vice president assigned to your region, so that they can also have the communication process being delivered. I think it takes about right now it's taking about 4 to 5 days of time for NHQ to activate your user ID. So I think you can meanwhile you can prepare your award bid offline. I mean, think about the programs and projects, and try to come up with which award category you wanted to bid, so that once your ID is activated, then you can go and paste these details into the online form. Yes, I hope I'm clear to our president from JCI Vizag Achievers, Santoshini. And also there is a comment from there is a question from our Naresh Gupta. Any individual bids like new JC should he have a member of JCI India? Sir Naresh Garu, can you be more clear about it? You would like to bid for a new JC award, new member award, but should he have an account with JCI.cc, or what is your question? Of course, if he's a member, then member of JCI India or member of your local organization, he is a member of Zone 4 and he's a member of JCI India, he or she. So you can bid for that award category, the best new member. Naresh Gar, can you open your microphone?
Yes, Anirudh. Thank you for the information. వాళ్ళకి మెంబర్షిప్ ఐడి ఉండాలా JCI ఇండియాది?
ఐడియా ఇంకా రాకపోయినా పర్లేదండి, కానీ ఒక మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ థింగ్ ఏంటంటే వీఆర్ బిడ్డింగ్ ఫర్ ఆస్పాక్. సో ఆస్పాక్ అంటే లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ ఆస్పాక్ జరగక ముందర 45 days నుంచి ఈ ఇయర్ ఆస్పాక్ జరగక 45 days ముందర వరకు. సో ఖచ్చితంగా లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ మెంబర్ అయితే మాత్రం ఖచ్చితంగా వాళ్ళకి మెంబర్షిప్ ఐడి ఉంటుంది.
లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ జాయిన్ అయితే ఉంటుంది, బట్ ఇయర్ అనే వాళ్ళకి ఉండదు. బట్ బిఫోర్
ఇయర్ అంటే మనకి ఓకే. yes, I'll answer your question.
ఈ ఆస్పాక్ కి మన నాట్కాన్ లో త్రూ అండ్ బిడ్ వేయాలా, డైరెక్ట్ గా కూడా వేయచ్చా ఈ UNSDG అవి?
కాదు, మీరు ఇప్పుడు ఈ ఇయర్ న్యూ మెంబర్ జాయిన్ అయ్యారు అనుకోండి, న్యూ మెంబర్ ఏ అవార్డ్ కి ఎలిజిబుల్ ఉంటారు చెప్పండి?
న్యూ జెర్సీ
రైట్. న్యూ
న్యూ
జెర్సీ
జెర్సీ అంటే ఏదైనా సోషల్ యాక్టివిటీ మీద
ఎస్, న్యూ జెర్సీ కింద వేద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నారు అనుకోండి. ఇప్పుడు సపోజ్ ఆయన జనవరి 1 నుంచి
Yes,
జాయిన్ అయ్యారు అనుకోండి. నాట్కాన్ లో జాయిన్ అయినా సరే, నాట్కాన్ ఇయర్ December 1 లో అయిపోయింది. బట్ ఈవెన్ దెన్ జనవరి 1 నుంచే కదా మన ఇయర్ స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది. 2020 ఇయర్ అన్నది టెక్నికల్లీ. సో జనవరి 1 నాడు జాయిన్ అయ్యారు అనుకోండి, మీరు మెంబర్షిప్ పంపించేటప్పటికి Feb 10th అవుతుంది. Feb 10th నాడు మనం మెంబర్షిప్ లిస్ట్ పంపిస్తాం అట్లీస్ట్. సో మరి April 30th లోపల విల్ హీ బి, అంటే ఆయన లేదా ఆవిడ ప్రొఫైల్ చాలా అట్రాక్టివ్ గా ఉంటుందా ఆస్పాక్ అవార్డ్ బిడ్ వేయడానికి అన్నది క్వశ్చన్.
ఓకే,
అందుకనే కదా మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నాం అంటే లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ ఆస్పాక్ నుంచి ఈ ఇయర్ ఆస్పాక్ వరకు వేస్తున్నాం. సపోజ్ వాళ్ళు ఎప్పుడైనా జాయిన్ అయ్యారు అనుకోండి, ఈవెన్ దెన్ దే కెన్ క్రియేట్ సమ్ ఇంపాక్ట్ ఇన్ దర్ లోకల్ కమ్యూనిటీ. కాబట్టి వాళ్ళని మనం ఈ ఇయర్ కూడా వేస్తున్నాం. దట్స్ లైక్ అన్ ఓవర్లాపింగ్ ఇయర్. ఈ ఇయర్ లో మీరు ఏం ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ చేశారని కాదు. ఇప్పుడు ఇప్పుడు 2020 ప్రెసిడెంట్స్ కి దిస్ ఇస్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ టు ఆల్ ద 2020 ప్రెసిడెంట్స్. మీరు ఈ ఇయర్ ఓన్లీ తీసుకుని జనవరి 1 నుంచి అనుకోవచ్చు, లేదా టెక్నికల్లీ ఏమో ఆఫ్టర్ నాట్కాన్ నుంచే తీసుకున్నారు అనుకోవచ్చు. కాకపోతే టెక్నికల్లీ లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ కూడా మీ లామ్ లో ఏవైతే ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ అండ్ ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ చేశారో అవన్నీ కూడా మీరు రిపోర్ట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ ఆస్పాక్ ఎప్పుడు జరిగిందో అంతకు ముందర 45 days ముందర నుంచి మీకు అవార్డ్ ఫామ్ ఫిల్లింగ్ అన్నది క్లోజ్ అయిపోతుంది. సో అప్పటి నుంచి ఇప్పుడు వరకు మీరు బిడ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు, రైట్?
బట్ నాట్కాన్ లో ఈ బిడ్స్ త్రూ అవ్వాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు కదా.
నాట్కాన్ కి దీనికి సంబంధం లేదు.
అంటే నాట్కాన్ విన్నింగ్ బిడ్స్,
నాట్కాన్ కి JCI అవార్డ్స్ కి సంబంధం లేదు. Yes, if I'm clear, I think we can move on.
కొంచెం ముదిరినట్టుంది కదా.
Okay, so any more questions before we move on? If you have any questions, we'll still have a question and answer session later. So now I would like to invite Zone Director Program and JCI APDC Development Officer, JCI Senator Harshavardhan Reddy, who has been recently appointed as a Zone Coordinator for E Award from Zone 4. So he would come in and take on this session from now. So how to bid online. So make sure your computers are ready, and please make sure that you log into jci.cc, and this is the welcoming page. So Harsha, please take over from me, and I will be available in this session. The next, this is the second session which is going to be dealt by JCI Senator Harshavardhan Reddy from JCI Tirupati. The third session would be the question and answer session. We are here to help you how to bid in and out for the ASPAC E Awards. Harsha, good luck. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Anadu. Thank you, Jetty Management. So I hope everybody is ready with your laptops. If you are ready, you just type S in the chat box. Okay, good. Right, shall we start then? Okay, I think my screen has been shared to all of you. I think everything is visual, right? Okay, so steps to prepare an award. Now you got information about so what kind of bids are there and what are the categories and how to bid, and he has already given few tips for this award bidding and all. Now let us see the actual procedure to bid the award through online, because everything is online. Here we don't prepare any MRF or printed documents or like scrapbook and all. Here we are just using our jci.cc website to upload all our details. So that is clear, right? So let us see the actual procedure. Please get into the actual website. So www.jci.cc. I will explain you step by step. You please follow me or follow the presentation. So everything is fine. Please open your laptops and type this URL, www.jci.cc. So whenever you have a problem or doubt, you just type in the chat box. Right. So you'll be seeing this page actually. So here we have an option called log in. I'm just showing you this log in. Please click on the login button. Please click on the login button. Then you must have seen this page, sign in. So please enter your login ID. I mean, that may be your email or whatever. Please type your login ID along with the password and just sign in. It's a simple step. It's like a simple Gmail login. So whoever have IDs, I mean already approved IDs, they can sign in. Remaining can just watch and learn about this process. So after signing in, you will see the page like this. The home page of JCI will be like this after signing in. So then there is a column called programs. So here your name is visible and then my JCI, and under that you have programs. Please click on the programs. Next step is like you will see this page and go to JCI Awards. So under programs, you will get this page. Please go to JCI Awards. Click on this link. I hope everybody is following. If you have any doubt, please type your query in the chat box. Right, you must have seen this page, right? JCA Awards. So here you can observe this, all upcoming events, You just click on that particular thing, you will get this drop down. All events, all upcoming events, past events, 2020 Conference of America and all. Here you just go to 2020 aspect. (2020) Asia Pacific Conference. Click on that particular button. You will get this page. If every one of you reach this page, please type S in the chat box. Then we'll continue. Right. If anybody has issue, please drop a message. Okay, I hope nobody has issue. Fine. So now here the actual process starts. So you have already entered into this page. So we are going to bid for 2020 Asia Pacific Conference. So here you have a big button called add with the plus symbol. Please click on that particular link. Add. Then you can see this page. So you should enter your name, event and all. So here name in the sense like it is not your personal name. It is the project name. It depends on the award which you bid. If you are bidding for a particular project, then you have to type the project name, not your name or long name. So that should be very clear. And then event is already been selected. And here you can see award categories. So under event, you can see another heading, award category. So please select that. So then create award entry. So that is the next step. Please select the award category. You have so many awards, which Anirudh has already been explained. So please select one category and then click on the create award entry. So this is the first step to bid into this Aspec Awards. So then this page will get open. I mean, the sections, name, event and all. So after clicking create award entry, you will get this. I hope everybody got it. So then the most important thing is there is an option called language. So when you're typing on language, please put English, because Telugu, Hindi, these people cannot understand. So while you're bidding for international awards, please type only English. Now you can update the award entry. Click on the update. Update award entry. So this is stage 2. So first step, you have already signed in. So then you have selected which award you want to bid. Now you are getting into the actual step. So here you can see 3 buttons. After clicking on the update, you can see 3 buttons. 3 colored buttons, right? So here you should click on this edit button, the center button. Click on the edit button. Or you can even submit. See, don't worry about your bids. Whenever you save and submit, it will get saved in the website. Again, you can log out, you can just do your work, and again you can come and sign in. So then your bid is available here. You can just check it once. Just click on this tick mark. Just log out from the system, and again you can sign in. So this is not a compulsory step. If you want, you can do this. Where does UNSDG option appear? You will get it under Chattan, Naresh Garu. You can just see in the process. See, again, you're coming back to this page. You can see these 3 buttons. So click on the edit button. Click on the edit button. So did everyone come to? Please type S in the chat box. If you have any issue also, you can type in the chat box. Because now we are entering into a crucial step. Right, Dr. Vijay Garu, yes. Any more S's? Or still you are doing it? Right, Santoshni Garu, yes. Good, what about others? Do you have any issue or you are in the process? So if you have any difficulty, you can unmute and ask me, no problem.
సో ఫొటోస్ అప్లోడింగ్ ఆప్షన్ ఉంటుందండి, ఫొటోస్ డాక్యుమెంట్స్
అప్లోడే ఉంటుందండి. అదే నేను అక్కడికే వస్తున్నాను. ఇప్పుడు ఈ మెయిన్ స్టెప్ ఇప్పుడు అదే, నెక్స్ట్ స్టెప్ అదే. జస్ట్ మీరు టైటిల్ అండ్ ఇది మాత్రమే పెట్టారు. ఇప్పుడు ఎడిట్ ఆప్షన్ లోకి వెళ్ళాక చాలా ఉన్నాయండి, అది నేను ఇప్పుడు చెప్తాను.
ఓకే ఓకే.
Okay, see, after clicking on the edit button, you can see this page. I'll also open it. See, you have different options under sections. Under sections, you have different options. I think everybody can see this. See, till now we have just entered the basic information about your bid. That's it. See, nothing to do with it, because you have just given a title and you have just selected the category of award. That's it. That is the basic information. Now the important aspects are this. So this shows the long-term impact of the project. See, there are so many options like objectives, planning, finance and execution. So promotion of free enterprise, impact on local economy, impact on community and participants, partnerships and public relations, long-term impact of the program. So these things already Anirudh has explained you. So please click on any of the thing. I mean, you just go to objectives or promotion or whatever, whichever you feel, you just go to that particular point. And it also differs from award to award. And please don't get confused. Whatever you see options, you just select one option. It depends on the type of award. The options may change. It's just like in ZoneCon and NatCon awards also, we have some criteria, right? We have 5 to 6 points. Those we call it as criteria. So under each criteria, you will type some matter about that particular heading. It is just like same, but here you are just doing it online. So that is the only difference. Click on any of these things, then fill up accordingly. Whenever you wanted to stop and update, you can just click on that particular tick mark. I've already showed you in the beginning. So wherever you want to stop, you just click on the tick mark and sign out. So then you can continue from that particular stage. Then under each category, I mean, each criteria point, you can see this page. I mean, images less than 2 MB or 2 MB or less. I hope everybody can see this. You just fill this form. You just write whatever you want, which should be impactful, and you can just follow Anirudh's instructions also. He's already explained you in detail. You just fill in these columns, and then you can upload your images related to this. See, if you're talking about objective, so that image should represent that particular objective. Or if you're talking about finance, that should be represented in your images. And if they are talking about recognition, PR or branding and all, you can just put your resources related to it. Whatever images you put, it should be relevant to the particular project. So that is very important. And the image size should be less than 2 MB. That is another important point. If the size is more than 2 MB, you cannot even upload. So that please keep it in mind. See, under each section, you can upload photos. See, here we have seen almost 7 points. So under 7 points, you can add photos. Each page will have this kind of a login, I mean button, the images button. And another information is like, while uploading images, it is not necessarily only one image should be uploaded. So you can put a collage also. You can make a collage of 2 photos or 4 photos if it is really required. So don't put multiple photos. That doesn't look good. 1 second, we got a message in chat box. How many images? It depends. It depends on the requirement. You can make a collage and you can just upload. The size should be less than 2 MB and it should be relevant to the particular project. So those 2 things are very important. See, under each heading, you have this images button. You can just upload it. See, anybody has any doubt regarding this or till this step? JPG format or any, only JPG. I think PNG can also be done. You just check. Preferable format is JPG. Any other doubt? How many photo files? That's what. Only one file you can upload. If you want to show multiple photos in the same file, you can just make a collage, photo collage. May have 2 photos or 4 photos, it depends. Any other question? Yes. Any document, yeah. If it is really relevant to this particular thing, you can upload. See, because you will get appreciation letters from particular person. So that is not a photo. But still, that is an important document like, so you can upload the PDF of the document. Yes. It should be relevant to the particular heading. Yes, Varma Garu, it should be less than 2 MB. Dimension restrictions, there is no restriction, but preferably you just keep it in A4 size format. Anyway, they are not going to take printouts and see. Dimensions are okay, but the file size only is the condition, restriction. I hope everybody is clear about this. So next step. And even if you want to delete anything also, you have this option. You can delete it and you can re-upload. See, again and again, I'm telling you, you just need to click on the update button. If you don't click that, it won't get saved. So that is very important. So whenever you stop, you just click on it. That's all. After filling everything, it is up to date. You can just update your award bid file. So can you see this page? See, I have applied for one GND award. It is visible here. So immediately after signing in, and if you go to programs and then to the JC awards, you can just see your awards. What are all the awards you have already submitted or updated? If you want to again edit it, you can just go to edit button and do the same process. You can do n number of times before the deadline. So any more doubts about this? So it is very simple, and this is the process. The only thing which you should do is like you should prepare all these things. You should collect all the documents, photos, everything. So one question, can we edit the file after giving the final option? Yes, you can edit. You can always edit and you can update, no worries. But after 30th April, you cannot do anything. Photos and documents total 2 MB. See, you have different buttons. I have already said like under criteria, if you have 6 points, you can upload only 6 files. So you need to decide about it. Whether you want to upload 1 document or if you want to upload 10 photos, you can make it 10 photo collage and you can upload. So you can only upload 6 documents or 6 photo files. That's it. So in that you should manage effectively. Yes, there is a limit. Under criteria, how many points you have, only that many photos you can upload. I mean, photos in the sense documents. in each document you can include so many photos like a collate. In basic information section, there is something called root cause. There is no drop down menu. Yes, if you want to write something, you can write for all the awards. That cannot be done. You can leave the section, no worries. So that is what JCA India is also telling you. If you don't get any drop down menu, you can just leave it. That is not a mandatory thing. Can I have my sharing about attachments? Okay, Anirudh, you can share.
Thank you, Harsha. To all the participants, what my suggestion is in regard to the photos. Take A4 paper. A4 paper ఎలా అయితే ఉంటుందో A4 పేపర్ తీసుకుని A4 పేపర్ లో మీరు మూడు ఫొటోస్ పెట్టినట్లుగా 3 per row పెట్టి కింద ఎన్ని అయితే మీరు చేయగలుగుతారో అన్ని యాడ్ చేసుకుని వెళ్తే ఇట్ వుడ్ బి ఈజీ. మీకు మీ దగ్గర సపోజ్ ఒక 20 ఫొటోస్ ఎన్నో ఉన్నాయి అనుకోండి, ఒక ఫైల్లోనే మీరు అప్లోడ్ చేస్తున్నారు. అందుకు ఫోటో కాలేజ్ ఇస్ మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ టు యూటిలైజ్ ఇట్ వెరీ ప్రాపర్లీ. సో దట్స్ మై సజెషన్. ఎందుకంటే మీరు మళ్ళీ వేరే డాక్యుమెంట్స్ లైక్ అప్రిసియేషన్ లెటర్స్ లేకపోతే పర్మిషన్స్ అవి ఏమైనా పెట్టేటప్పుడు అన్ని ఫొటోస్ పెట్టేస్తే కనుక మీకు మళ్ళీ ఛాన్స్ రాదు. సో ఒకటే ఫైల్లో మీరు చేసి డిటిపి చేయించినట్టుగా ఒక పోస్టర్, లేకపోతే ఇప్పుడు మన లాంగ్ బులెటిన్స్ రిలీజ్ చేస్తున్నారు, అలా బులెటిన్ రిలీజ్ చేసినట్లు పైన ఒక హెడర్ పెట్టండి, మీ లాంగ్ నేమ్ పెట్టండి, మీ ప్రాజెక్ట్ నేమ్ పెట్టండి, డేట్ పెట్టండి, కింద మళ్ళీ ఫొటోస్ అలా కంటిన్యూస్ గా ఒక సిరీస్ లో వచ్చినట్లే పెట్టండి. ఒక ఆల్బమ్ టైప్ లో మీకు కనబడేలాగా అదంతా కూడా ఒక A4 పోస్టర్ కింద వస్తుంది. ఆ ఒక్క ఫైల్ మీరు అప్లోడ్ చేస్తారు. మేక్ షూర్ దట్ ఫైల్ ఈస్ లెస్ దెన్ 2 MB. థ్యాంక్ యూ హర్ష అండ్ ఓవర్ టు యూ.
Hello, am I audible? Yeah, is there any size restriction for the matter also, like photo size? I hope there is no size restriction for photo. Anirudh, you can also put in your comments. Is there any size restriction? I think no.
సైజ్ రిస్ట్రిక్షన్ అంటే 6x4 లేకపోతే 2x2 అలాంటిది ఏం లేదండి. కాకపోతే ఎక్కువ ఫోటోస్ పట్టాలంటే ఒకటే దాంట్లో పెట్టుకుంటే బెటర్. దట్స్ మై సజెషన్.
Correct. Thank you.
Thank you, Harsha.
So somebody has shared some file. Yeah, you can download the document. Dr. Vijay Kumar Garu has shared one document. You can just download it and you can refer it. See, he has included few photos, some matter, logo. So this is one way of doing. So you can also think creatively and you can present.
Harsha.
See, yeah.
Yes. I think, you can download this blood donation camp, which has been sent by JCI Vizag Smart, the president, the secretary. So, ఇలా పెడితే మీకు మొత్తం మ్యాటర్ కవర్ అయిపోతుంది, అసలు ఏం చేస్తున్నారని కూడా కవర్ అవుతుంది. సో ఐ థింక్ యూ కెన్ ఫాలో దిస్ ఫార్మాట్. This acts as a good example.
So that is what my suggestion is like. You just go to these past award winners, you just click on it, you just go through previous 4 or 5 years ASPAC bids. See, all the award winners will be included there. So you can just go and, you can just have a look into these documents so that you can just get some idea. See, you have some criteria, right? 6 point, 7 point criteria. So under each criteria, what they have filled and what procedure they have followed, you can observe actually. So after that, you will get a lot of ideas, and even every term, every word you use should be very powerful. it should be relevant to the particular criteria or the award. It should show the impact on the community. See, that is very, very important. So you just go through few awards, maybe 5 awards, 6 awards, you can just go through. Or if you want to bid for a particular award, in that particular category, there are so many awards. Like in aspect, that category may be there. In World Congress, in World Congress also it will be there. Just go through the past 3 or 4 years bids related to that particular award category, so that you will just get some idea. You can also plan accordingly. So that is my sincere suggestion which I can give. Only after looking into it, you just start your process. So that gives you a lot of inputs. That's all. So if you have any other doubts, you can just ask me. So I'm done with this presentation actually. If it is okay, you can just type S. I will hand over to Anirudh. Vijay Garu, very active. Thank you. Okay, I just want to hand over to Anirudh. So anybody have any questions, we both can answer. Yeah, Funny Garu, okay, thanks. So over to you, Anirudh. Thanks for the opportunity, and thanks to ZP ma'am and ZD management for this wonderful opportunity. And wish you all the best for your award bidding. Thank you. So whenever you feel like any doubts or discomfort, you can always ping us. We are here to help you. Anytime you can call or ping me or Anirudh also. We are here to help you. And we have another offer from JCA India. We have some expert from JCA India who can also help us. See, if you are really confident in getting this award, you just fill it up and share your account details or the bid details to that particular person. I will share that contact to you. Please ask him to revive. I mean, he can also review and he can also edit. See, that is what he has given a word in the yesterday's training session. So he can also help us because he has a lot of experience in getting these international awards. So definitely he's a big asset to JCA India. He's ready to help us. So please utilize his expertise also. So that is what I can tell you. And thank you once again. Over to Anirudh.
Yes, thank you, Harsha, for your nice session. I hope our participants are, they are very well aware of the situation, how to bid for our e-awards for ASPAC. The deadline for e-awards for ASPAC is 30th April. So make sure that your bids are successfully placed in time. So right now the time is 5:44. So any questions from the participants, we will have a quick question and answer session. We have also Ravikant, who is an expert in e-award bidding, who has also been a couple of times faculty for AOS. So we all are there to help you out. And our friends joining in from different zones, if you have any kind of doubts, you can put us in the chat box. And also you can have my number and email from the chat box, as well as Harsha, so that you can call us anytime. You can ask us how to fill in the e-awards for ASPAC. If there are no doubts, you can place your text in the chat box. Please hand over to ZD. If everything is clear, please hand over to ZD.
Andrew, there is a question from Varma Garu. What is the deadline time on April 30th?
ZVP Garu, I think, it is according to JCI India's time. So by evening, you can place the bid maximum.
But another suggestion is don't wait till 30th.
Yes, don't wait till the last moment.
Yeah.
And also from my side, I would like to suggest one thing to all the participants is, మన చిన్నప్పుడు ఎగ్జామ్ రాసినప్పుడు ఒక 100 మార్క్స్ పేపర్ అనుకోండి, ఫుల్ గా రాస్తే 100 out of 100 రావాలంటే ఫుల్ గా రాయాలి. సో ఇక్కడ 1 word ఆన్సర్స్ లేకపోతే 1 line ఆన్సర్స్ అలా రాశారు అనుకోండి, మీరు నిజంగా ప్రాజెక్ట్ చాలా ఎక్సైటింగ్ గా చాలా బాగా చేసినా వాళ్ళకి అంత అర్థం అవ్వదు. ఎందుకంటే మేం కాదు కదా ఇప్పుడు మేము దిద్దిది. ఇప్పుడు క్లాస్ టెస్ట్ కి లేకపోతే ఇప్పుడు సపోజ్ పబ్లిక్ ఎగ్జామ్ కి చాలా తేడా ఉంటుంది. క్లాస్ టెస్ట్ లో అందరూ 100 out of 100 లేకపోతే 10/10 తెచ్చుకుంటారు. పబ్లిక్ ఎగ్జామ్ లో ఎందుకు మార్కులు తేడా వస్తాయంటే అక్కడ అవతల ఉన్న ఎవరైతే ఇన్విజిలేటర్ ఉన్నారో వాళ్ళు మన లెక్చరర్స్ కానీ టీచర్స్ కానీ కాదు కాబట్టి మన సిచ్యువేషన్ ఏంటి, మన పెర్ఫార్మెన్స్ ఏంటి అన్నది వాళ్ళకి తెలియదు కాబట్టి మనం ఎంతలాగా బాగా ప్రెజెంట్ చేస్తే తప్ప అంతలా మనకి మార్కులు పడవు. సో ప్రెజెంటేషన్ ఇస్ ద కీ ఫర్ ఎనీ అవార్డ్, be it JCIE awards or national awards or zonal awards. So that's from my side for the last suggestion. If everything is clear, కింద నా చాట్ బాక్స్ లో హ్యాండ్ ఓవర్ టు ZD అని పెట్టండి. We'll proceed to the closing formalities. Thank you, ZVP garu, for your presence.
Okay, Vijay garu, hand over.
All right, I would like to hand over the floor to Zone Director Management. Before I hand over, I would like to thank our Zone President, JCI TPP Rajita P, for giving me an excellent opportunity to share my knowledge on JCIE Awards. I hope and I wish all the participants you take this zeal in bidding the E Awards, and hopefully I would like to see your nominations, your name, your long name in the nominations during ASPAC. I am going to attend JCI ASPAC, which is going to happen in Cambodia in this August. So I wish to see you all there. I wish to see your award bids over there. So I would like to thank also our National Director Management for best wishes, and also I would like to thank my good friend Zone President Zone 5 Ravi Agrawal from who has been joining in this session. And thank you Zone Director Management for the effort in coordinating, and I would like to thank you for giving us an opportunity to serve as a faculty. And also I would like to appreciate and thank my APDC colleague Harshavardhan Reddy for his knowledge sharing on this session. Over to you, Zone Director Management. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anirudh Sisla. Thank you, Harshavardhan Reddy, for the wonderful session. Hope every president are aware of this APDC bidding procedures, and hope everyone know much more about this and gain more knowledge about this. Thank you so much for the trainers, and thank you today's chief guest and the management, Karthikeyan sir, for his wonderful guidance and support for this bidding seminar. And I thank our Zone President Rajita Pusarla, and thank you all JudgeB members, presidents, and all the members of JCI for attending this and making this a grand success. And hope that all our trainers will be available at your service for all the doubts and all. So thank you so much, and hope that at least 15 to 20 bids will definitely go for ASPAC, and with all the support of Mr. Anirudh Sisla. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. See you.
Thank
All
you,
the
one
best.
and all. Let's end the meeting.
Madam, can I end it?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you,
End it.
madam.
Yeah.